Welcome back, y'all. As I told y'all, I was gonna come back with part two. These ladies are losing their mind. Some of them got their mind, but I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. But peep this here out.
You're 40 with a
Why
kid.
do I have to be?
You're
Why
not
did
gonna
he
be the
get it
best
this from?
option.
I never said that I thought I was the best option, sir.
Because I'm telling you, you're saying it without saying it by saying.
No, I'm not.
Listen, I'm telling you how. Let me tell you. You're saying when I'm ready. You're under the belief that the guy that out there for you is just waiting for you.
No,
to be
I
ready.
just told him he may not be there waiting for me. I just admitted to
She's
that.
not being selfish.
Yeah, I know my reality. I know what's right, what's wrong. I know what may be there, may not be there. I'm just saying what my actual reality is today. There are guys that are waiting, like, oh, I'm here when you ready, but that may not be true. He could just be saying it. I know.
I'm gonna speak for men. The man that says I'm here waiting on you when you're ready, man, he is a charms lollipop. He's a sucker. He brings a whole new meaning to suckerdom. Okay? Ain't no man gonna sit here and tell you he waiting on you. And if he tells you that, that's the man you don't want. Promise you.
All of that, but I'm just saying, I'm not looking for hand in marriage right now.
we
So
can
I'm
get
over all of that.
this.
Yeah, we're gonna get past
Let me ask y'all something. So what do y'all get in relationships for now? Because nowadays, this is what I was asking earlier.
Oh, no.
Everything y'all say, like I say, the 50-50 or whatever the case is, what do y'all get in relationships for?
I get in for security and love and
Don't nobody want to be by themselves.
We're not meant to be by ourselves.
and
Let's
that's
go.
a man. It's not
One
about
at a time.
money. It's about feeling, I don't know, protected. I don't know. I'm submissive type, so I don't know that it's. I feel like I need a man.
So
Me personally.
let me ask you this. So if it's
I
not-
feel like I
if
need a man.
If it's not about money, then why is it a problem for men to be 50-50 or whatever the case
It's
is?
not a problem.
No, she
If
said
I
it's not.
can't pay 50-50, how we gonna go 50-50?
I ain't saying that.
Yeah, yeah, she said
Boy,
it's
you
not.
tell it. You just asked me the question,
Okay,
and
go
I answered it off
Yes,
of me personally. I don't make as much as him, so it's no way in hell unless we live in a fucking shack somewhere. We ain't going 50-50. So
She's honest about her perspective. I like her. I like her honesty though.
I'm honest about
Everybody-
our own perspective.
Now,
We all
hold
live
on.
different lives. Everybody living
Let
in
me
their
ask you
truth.
Literally all different lives.
Your belief systems. Where did you get them?
That's a good question.
Okay. This is,
Where's
I'm
your
gonna
belief-
keep it 100.
Yeah.
Let's rock with
Right.
Where do your beliefs come
Growing up, I thought I was a Christian, right? Because that's what was fed to me when I was little. That's what my mom instilled in my brain. And so I start hitting the streets myself at 13 and start seeing stuff for what it was. Then I got big brothers. They all gangbang. They went to prison. You know, when you get to prison, you find yourself.
talking about.
Then, like I said, I start seeing things for what it was. So it made me jump back and be like,
Let her go ahead.
how do I know Christianity is what I'm supposed to follow? What if that's the one that you go to hell? I don't know, right? So when I start seeing that, and then I feel like too, the world is all about. I believe there is a God. Okay.
I want to thank Jesus.
I also believe that the world goes off of energy. I also believe that because I don't know which religion is the correct religion to follow, I just follow what I feel is right in my heart.
me too.
I believe in karma. I don't believe in tarot readers and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not real because I don't know, but it's just hard for me to stick to a religion, because it with all these.
Not to cut you off,
Okay.
It wasn't so much about religion.
Oh, okay.
Religion. It was so much about like your belief system with the decisions you make in your life. Let's say like relationships, like how
Okay.
you pick relationships and the things you're looking for in relationships. Because I feel like we are programmed for losing, like how can I put this? They give us like losing software, right?
Okay.
So like you.
Now my brother broke it down right here. We were programmed to lose. Now, for the people that ain't gonna get into their feelings, you gonna agree with this brother when he say that. And I ain't disagreeing with him because they from the beach either.
go out in the world is totally different from the software they ingrained in your brain to believe. Like women
gotta
just
unlearn
believing that they have unlimited options, and
Right.
you know,
I don't think that.
you know, no,
But in reality,
I know
we're
you
talking.
don't. I'm saying in general, right?
Okay, you're right.
So if I believe something and my reality reflects different than my beliefs, at some point I have to sit down and reanalyze what I was taught and go, wait a minute, why do I even believe this? If my own life does not reflect what I believe, not only that, who taught me this?
Right.
Let me analyze them. Let me analyze their outcomes.
Which
Is
I
their
do.
reality one that I even want to live?
Right.
But that's for
Are they?
everything,
Hold
not
on,
just
hold on.
men.
No, I know this for people.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not
then
gonna-
you start
this for
realizing
people.
your childhood. You're like, damn, I didn't grow up good as I thought I did.
That's
Like,
what I
you
mean.
start to go back like,
Yeah.
damn. Was
Because
my mom on crack?
at some point,
No, for real. My mom was
No.
stand on my as I
No, you
backpacked,
be
my mom was on
surprised.
crack.
You be surprised. I just know that I love my mom to death. We clashed a lot because it was just certain things that I just wasn't cool with, you know. And promises is made. I feel like you should never promise your kids anything because you don't know what life is gonna do. I feel like what made me really turn my beliefs, I feel when I was getting molested right under her nose, and I was like, and she promised like, I'll never date another man until you guys get older, or I'll never let another man live with us until we get married. It was like every 6 months, somebody different. But
Now that's very unfortunate that this sister had to go through that. It's unfortunate for anybody to have to go through that. And we hear so much in our community, you know, especially with women, you know, when they, you know, have children and then they bring another man in the household and he start having his way with the young ladies in the house, you know. That's you know, unacceptable on so many levels. But and that will shape the way a woman thinks. That would also shape the way a woman views men. And I understand that. So my hat goes off to this young lady because she says she got 5 kids. And she appeared to be doing, you know, but she's still a lady. She's still a woman, excuse me. She's still a woman. And she still has the what's the word I'm looking for? Temptations that we all have, as you're gonna see.
But she would tell me, because you thought it was every 6 months. I'm not stupid.
okay, do you ever? Okay, let me ask this. I want all y'all to answer too. I'm gonna go
Oh
around
yeah,
the
I'm
room.
good.
As
I
far
don't
as
play with
where
the
you
color
got your
line.
belief systems, and do you ever sit and reanalyze, like maybe every year or every 6 months? Like,
Yes.
okay, I believe this wholeheartedly. I'm molding my life around this. My life isn't where I want to be. Why the fuck am I still following this blueprint?
Right.
If I'm not in the position I want to be and I'm making the moves based off of my beliefs have to be wrong because I'm not where I want to be. So at one point, do you stop doing the same shit over and over and over and over because you believe it?
Ooh.
Because
Okay.
my life, I was raised this way. It's like, yeah, you could have been raised wrong.
Right.
That's a possibility. You love your mom, love your dad, you love your pastor, whoever the fuck that you hold
Right.
dear to your heart. Cool. They could have steered you wrong. That's a possibility. But as people, we like, nah, I love my mom. She would never steer me wrong.
Right. I think
It's insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over, trying to get different results.
Exactly. That's why, and that's why it took me a long time to use a belt on my kid. When you say that, because I feel like my mom used it on me, and she was so violent to everything. I mean, it could be a C on a report card, and I'm just boom. The bus can be late. Boom, like it's just always putting hands. And I felt like the more she did it, the more I was immune to it. So one day I snatched the belt and just threw it. Like, are you done?
Well, that was
You know.
systemically.
No.
ingrained in it
So
as far- but
right, but I know that comes from
slavery.
it comes from slavery because we feel like
Now, that what she just said, so many men have experienced that as well. Because that's how a lot of our fathers got down. They just wanted to put hands, you know, whether they use extension cords, belts, or they fists. You see, that's how they did it. So that put a wedge between the relationships between young men and young women. And it followed them throughout their relationships. So this is why we have those certain screwed up circumstances within our relationship. This is why women feel the way they feel about certain things, and so do men. But enough of that. Let's listen to this sister.
When the masses, beat our ancestors.
So,
but
I'm
everybody
gonna
knows.
let you finish. I want to get the answer on that,
Okay.
and then let y'all go deeper. So,
Okay.
as far as you and your belief system,
so I've learned now that we are disenfranchised people. So now that I know better, I try to do better for myself and try to break generational curses for me and mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like fucking with you, my nigga. I like fucking with Dad. I like being around people that are smart, like-minded people. So if I don't know, I can ask y'all or ask myself or do the research myself and then create better patterns. So if I know something is wrong, I'm not about to keep following that shit because everybody just say do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to break that trend. So my belief pattern is if you know better, do better. And if you continue to fail, that's on me. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to make the change. You get what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit up here and just do it because pastor or moms or dad, that's they dumbass fault they did that shit. If I know better, if I see them fall off that cliff, I'm not about to fall off that same cliff. I'm going to go around and do the smart work. You feel me? And then pass the knowledge on to my children.
okay.
That's the same sentiment that I have. I literally noticed when I was like 17, 18 that some of the things my mom would do, like how she would discipline me, was not right. And I always would say, ooh, when I have my own kid, I promise I'm not doing that to them. And literally, my daughter does not know what a belt is. I've never had to use a belt on her. It's more so fear like of my tone of voice that she thinks I'm gonna do something. And I feel like that helped my daughter become who I would only wish to be. Like,
Now that what she said right there, a lot of us become good parents based on how we was treated as children. A lot of men, including myself, I'm one of them, I decided not to be the type of father I had. I don't beat the shit out of my children like I was. I don't do that, because all that does is make your kids not like you. Because what it's actually saying is you don't really like your kids. You can't like them or love them if you want to bring harm to them. How you gonna harm something that came from you like that? That's just my sentiment. That's how I see it. But I'm gonna carry on with it.
I chose to raise her differently. And I always said, like, I told my mom and my dad, I like 3 years ago, I went through a whole spiritual change. So y'all have my own beliefs on things, whatever, but like I did a whole spiritual change. I was brought up Catholic and I felt like, nah, I went to Catholic schools all my life. And I'm like, nah, something ain't right about that. I'm watching news of the Pope doing this, that, and the third. Yeah. And then, I started thinking for myself. I'm like, no, that don't. So then I started doing my own research about how they put religion on our people and for control. And I'm like, no, I believe in God, but I have my own, like I said, as you, I have my own beliefs on.
See, right now, what them young kids say, she cooking. Is she cooking or eating? One of them. Cooking. She cooking. She doing both. She cooking and eating.
How I want to praise my God, So and it doesn't have to be through religion. So it's pretty much the same thing with you two. Like I noticed it at a young age, and I did break generational curses, and I did tell my mom and my dad, both of them. I said I wanted to tell them before they left the earth that I forgive you. I forgive you, and you did what you thought was cool because your parents did it to you. So because if I sat there with hate in my heart for that, I'd be like, I probably would be looking at.
Now that I rock with what she just said. I do. That's a good way to look at it. But me, I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. That's the hurt people version. I don't believe hurt people. I believe in many instances hurt people heal people, because you realize as a kid you don't want to put your family through that. So you don't. You make a conscious decision not to. And that's what a lot of us do.
80 years old right now, so.
Okay, light skin.
Jesus is not coming to save us.
He's not coming back down at all.
He's not coming back to save us. Jesus is not coming back to save us. Okay. No, but so I grew up with my mom and my dad. And I grew up completely different than a lot of people. My parents did not beat me. I didn't get beatings. I didn't
We took family trips and vacations, like everything that my
Oh, yeah,
parents
good
did.
family.
Like,
Right.
I think that's why I'm married now and I had my daughter and I
That's what's
waited and I
up.
took my time. My parents took their time. My mom had me at 30, had my brother at 33. Like, so it was things like that were instilled in me. My parents did not force religion on us, although my mother was raised very Christian. They did not force that on us. And my parents met in church. It didn't last. Like their relationship lasted, but it didn't last them staying in church.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents, I
Are
was
they still married now?
Yeah, my parents are
Oh,
still
yeah.
married now. I'm 37. They've been together 39 years.
That's
Man,
right.
that's what's up.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 40 years.
Okay, so the beliefs that they
Instilled in me is what I
instilled in
care.
you gave you the reality you wanted.
Yes, but at the same time, my father was not one of them. My father is very much Black Panther. I am a man. You know what I mean? Like certain things like that were instilled in me, and I had to unlearn a lot of things as well. Like, cause my parents are very hardworking people. Like, go to work every day and work for your job for 30 years, and then you retire. Nah, I don't
No, that's
believe
out.
it. Like, you know, we grew up in a different generation, so you don't have to go that route. Yeah.
Right.
But most of the things that my parents instilled in me, unlike others, it's been to my benefit. And I definitely molded myself and my relationships in that. Because I see my dad take great care of my mom. Was he perfect? Never. But he was a great father. He was a great man. So that's what I looked for in the man that I married. And that's what I did. So.
How about you, Caramel? You need me to say the question again, or do you remember? They all get a lot. Like, I know. I can reiterate. Okay, basically, it's like your belief system, right, is given to you by people you grew up with, people you was raised by, your environment, people you're around, the environmental influence. No one is born with their own beliefs, right? They're literally given to you. So as you grow and you got goals, aspirations, you got dreams, you go based off your belief system. Okay, they told me this, they told me I should do that. But as you're navigating through the world and you're failing to reach these goals, do you ever sit down and try to, like, you know what? I might need to reprogram my mind and try some different shit. Like, let's take monogamy, for example, right? I'm not telling you which side of the fence to be on. I don't care what side you subscribe to. All I'm saying is the belief system you were taught,
Somebody
you get one man, he gotta have one woman.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that.
Ooh.
Shout out to y'all. I'm just using that.
Hey, can we get a round of applause now?
I'm just using that example, right? But women literally ruin their own realities with this belief system because they believe it wholeheartedly, right? Like, yeah, this is what they told me. It gotta happen. Never happened for them. Never happened for any female they know.
Mamas, they grannies.
Never happened for their mamas. Never happened for their grannies. No man in history yet they still believe it. That's called insanity. To still live your life by that. Like, you know what? Maybe they lied. Let me sit back and analyze real life and real reality, my own reality, and then come up with your beliefs.
I don't know if they lied, but that's what they were taught. So they think, okay, this is what my mama told me. So this is what, you know, and like you said, it's ignorant. It's ignorant.
Slow down. It's on her.
Go ahead. I don't believe in my nigga can fuck any bitch you want.
No,
Okay, when it comes to that, okay, I grew up by my grandmother, like older generation, my uncles and all them. So I was taught to be a wife, you gotta act like a wife. And then eventually you will be a wife. So I have done that. I mean, it happened for my grandma. She's been married to my grandpa, all my uncles. My grandma only had 5 boys and 1 girl, which was my mom. So I grew up with all men, and they all have the same wives that they went to high school with. So I'm like, okay, let me be a wife, and I'm gonna get me a husband.
Right.
I done acted like a wife, and I still don't got a husband. So I feel like for them it worked, and for me I had to take a minute and be like, okay, maybe that's not gonna work for me. Maybe I have to make a man work a little more, give mystery. Maybe, I don't know, but what they told me ain't working. So I mean, it's that.
What if it just didn't work?
It worked for you.
What if it just didn't
for
work
you.
in the timing that you wanted it? What if it's still gonna work, but it just didn't come in the timing that you think?
Right.
I mean, I'm 32.
But don't turn 40, girl, because if you turn 40, it's not gonna work for you.
But that's what I'm saying.
Certain things that
You see how she just did that? Older women should be telling her the same thing. Now, it's not gonna work when you're 40. What if you run into a man that wants children? And your 40-year-old ass can't bear children no more. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You see, it don't have nothing to do with, what they think. It's all on what a man thinks. So, because men, we choose relationships. It's just like, in order for a woman to give you sex, she has to, it's on her. You have to impress her in order for her to say, hey, I'll give you my body. I can lay down with you and let you have your way with me. You have to convince her to do such a thing. So with women, they think that they don't have to convince us to do shit. We just accept it just because they're a woman. Are you kidding me? No. We have values and standards as well. And you need to know that. You need to know that. We ain't just, we're not that easy. We're very simple, but we're not that easy. Okay?
It gonna work for you.
Sarcastically.
Yeah.
No, it ain't sarcasm. I'm telling you.
That's how she meant.
I know, but it's
And the
reality.
times are different from when your grandmother.
Yeah.
your uncles-
But
that's all
maybe
I'm
I don't want to get married.
That part.
I've been with my man for 5 years, and we happy.
Come on, man. What you mean you don't want to get married? He don't want to get married. He don't want to get married. Listen, ladies, let me just say this. Hold on. Let me put this whole screen up so y'all can see me. Just gotta touch that LB real quick. Listen. Whether or not you get married is not up to you, it's up to the man. Okay? You have to prove yourself valuable for a man to ask for your hand in marriage. He's not going to ask you for your hand in marriage just because you got a vagina between your legs. Every woman comes standard with that. Okay? Every woman comes standard with that. So no. You have to show us a value for us to give you our last name. Please understand that. Please. It's so crazy because here's an experiment I want to give you, ladies. For the ones that got Facebook, Instagram, the attractive ones, I pose this challenge for you. Go on your page and post a very pretty picture of yourself and ask the men, say, men, can you guys be faithful or do you need a variety? And watch how many men lie to you. You're going to tell the lies because the lies are going to be in abundance. I can tell you right now, I can guarantee you, you're not going to have more men saying, yeah, we need a variety. You're going to have more men that's Derek Jackson in you. They're going to Steve Harvey you. You're going to have more men with that. And that's what y'all want to hear. And that's what you base your reality on. And that's why you hear women on talk shows like this talking this type of rhetoric. It's a cold situation. It really is, But hey, who am I?
And I don't know
So you don't
what
make
would
it
make me, because
that's
I'm
the
not
reason.
having kids. I don't think I'm gonna have more kids. Maybe if I thought about having kids, I want to have them legitimately. I don't know,
But you
right now we happy.
See, but look,
we
but-
buying property, like we doing stuff. So
Her-
I don't know about being married with. I don't know.
Like he said, your belief system. So really, you answering like on to act like a wife, but really deep down, you don't believe that you want to even be a wife. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know if I want to, but I did what they said. But it's not getting me where they want.
Listen, what I'm saying. You saying like you don't know if you want to be a wife, so you don't really believe that you want to be a wife. So your belief system is not because you acting like a wife, but you don't really believe that you are a wife. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm a wife.
But you said I don't really believe if I want to be married.
I don't want to get married, but I feel like I'm a wife.
So,
But you
wait, I'm
conducting business.
confused.
You're conducting business like you said. Y'all flipping houses
You
and
s-
property together.
Nah,
Like,
No.
I
Did
do
you-
wife.
no, this is what I'm
Listen,
saying. You said you watched everybody else get
Right.
married and it didn't happen for you. And now you saying basically deep down, you don't believe that you actually want to get married. This is what I'm saying, probably why you are not a wife now.
Mhm.
Because you really firmly don't believe that. You could be acting like it, but really deep down, this is not really me. I really don't even want that. So I'm never gonna get to that point because this is not really what I believe.
I think yeah.
Okay,
Like I'm doing everything my family want me to do, but if I really want to get married, I'm pretty sure if I give them that little hint, like.
But
Yeah,
like he
for sure.
said, is that really what you want? Like,
I don't think
so you don't know that.
Okay,
This
look.
is the point of challenging your belief system.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole point is what he.
Hold on. You heard what she said? She said, I'm doing everything my family want me to do. Not what that man wanted her to do. She said she's doing what her family wanted her to do. That's why she's not a wife. Because she's doing what that family wanted to do instead of that man. You see how she keeps saying, we happy? No. Talk to that man. I guarantee you he's going to tell you something else. Because men, particularly look for wives. Men look for wives. Even though a lot of men ain't up on the marriage thing, like I said, I gave my spiel on legal marriage before, even though I'm legally married. But men look for wives, early on. So when you telling me you doing what your family, I'm not with your family. I'm with you. And vice versa. So what the fuck your family think don't have no bearings in this household. So you're gonna remain a girlfriend. Okay? Let's see how that works out for you. All right.
You're getting that, like,
Because it sounds like
you don't really
kind of trying to
believe
live
that.
up
You
to
don't
what
wanna-
they wanted for you.
Right.
Not
I'm
really what you want for
challenging it.
yourself.
Right. And now I have to sit back and be like, do I want to get married? Because I've been doing all these things because they saying I should get married, and this is what women do. And I've seen all the women in my family do these things. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But then I sit, and they always say, like, damn, 5 years, y'all not married, where the ring, where my grandbaby? And I'm like, well, maybe I don't want those.
What does marriage really mean, though? Especially like these days,
I was
because
just
that's why I said I don't believe really in monogamy. I believe in
Our
polygamy.
generation,
I
Now she says she don't believe in monogamy. She believes in polygamy. What does marriage mean? And she don't believe in monogamy. She believes in polygamy. Now that sound good. But do she really think that? Let's see.
can't be, yeah, because you're monogamous to this one person, you think, and then I just feel like people have appetites and for other people, and they should be able to be open to that. I don't feel like I should be able to tell my man, no, you can't look at her, or no, you shouldn't lust after
we're gonna
her.
look at ass together.
Hello?
I'm surprised.
Can he
Now, that's when I said she started to eat or cook, whatever these kids say today. She started to make sense. She said, we have appetites. Here's the thing. Everybody knows, well, I'm not a woman, so I don't know, but it appears that men, I'm not going to say it appears, this is what it is. Men's appetite for sex is stronger than a woman's. We know that across the board because you can see it in the actions of men. Now, for a woman to say that, what she just said, it confirms it. So if you feel that way, how do you think it is for a man? Why would you even suggest monogamy on a man? That's why I said monogamy for a man is like taking the lion from the Serengeti and putting him in a zoo, putting him on display with one lioness. He would be a very unhappy lion.
touch it though?
Yeah, he
Can he
can
touch
touch it.
it?
We can touch it.
If we have a sister,
Baby,
No,
come feel this.
he want to take her home.
if he want to take her home,
Yeah.
he don't want to be with me.
I'm surprised.
Hold on. Because why though?
Okay,
Well, why I didn't hear?
this is
Why
me.
what?
No,
Why?
I'm saying it's because that's
Okay.
a belief, right? So that came from somewhere.
Yeah, it's a belief too, but I also believe in. I believe and I know of STDs, so that's just out for me. Like I'm scared of stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people, and especially a lot of Black people, we think that HIV/AIDS that ain't.
Let's go get
that ain't
tested
gonna-
together.
Okay, let me give you kickback.
Okay.
Let's say he want to take her home.
Mhm.
And he says only on the condition that she get tested, all the paperwork clean.
Mhm.
He let you see it. Is it a go?
She's divorced.
Why though? That's what I'm
Because
saying.
I don't play that.
I know, but why? Because I'm trying to get to the core of your beliefs of
yeah.
why.
She believes
Why do you
in
feel
her.
that way? Somebody told you to feel that way,
Somebody.
but the reality of the
mean,
world
yeah.
is it's gonna happen.
Okay. Somebody, yeah.
So-
I was
so
raised
why
like
still-
that, all the women.
Right.
I
So
mean,
why
yeah.
still harp on that if you know for a fact it's gonna happen?
Now, my man, he gonna put her in a pickle in a minute. He gonna put her in a pickle. And I want y'all to see her reaction when she get in that pickle.
Put it like this. Like I said, there's somebody for everybody. Yeah. If you feel like, as a man, if you feel like you wanted to go fuck on Tina, Keisha, and all the rest of them, that's cool. But why marry me?
Because he loves
he
you.
still needs a wife.
Yeah,
right?
And he still
okay. And he
This-
still
marriage
he
is
still
more
loves
than
you.
sex.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
when
it
you
is.
say that, you're equating marriage to just
No,
sex.
no.
When you say, when you
No,
say,
it's
when you say
not.
why marry me, that's like saying
I'm saying why
marriage
marry
is just
me.
sex.
No. It's not only about that.
Yeah, it is.
And I want to say something too about that. But anyway, it's not only about that. I was raised like that, but I just cannot. I cannot see myself sharing.
why though? Is it like an ego thing?
Does it really bother you?
Does it make you feel nasty?
Are you
Yeah,
a person?
Oh, okay. See, this is why young men don't get married, man. Do not get married until you're ready, because all this is about is control. She wants to police a nigga's dick. That's what she want to do. She want to police a nigga dick. That's all it is. It's control. And that's what legal marriage does. It gives a woman control of your sexual nature. So that would mean that all of the urges that you have, she won't be able to take care of that. She won't. It's just like eating one particular food every day for the rest of your life. You're gonna get burnt out on it, and pretty soon you're gonna hate it. Now, there are men that subscribe to this way of thinking, and you can tell because a lot of times they are out of shape. They give up on themselves and they don't care anymore because they've become miserable. But the women don't. The women don't, because a man will hit a fat woman, a ugly woman, whatever. Women won't do it like that. So I'm gonna do a part 3 to this because it's a lot of stuff in here, man. I really want y'all to see it, But until then, I'm gonna go ahead on and keep smoking this cigar.
Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the pain. Let's talk about it, man.